I don't even. We are live. I don't even know how to. I was in the middle of thinking, do I just let like the guys just take it away? Do I introduce? I'm not saying anything. We're live.
Hey, are you not ready for this? Is everyone ready? I don't know how loud my headphones are, so I don't know how loud these bombs are, but woo! It's loud. All right. Guys, we just beat dirty Leeds, bruv.
We didn't just beat them, we spanked them big time.
Oh, we listen, we mistreated them. The way we treated Leeds, yeah, I think someone's gonna call someone for us because we did too much. It looked like tier 4, bruv. It needed they needed a lockdown in their defense, bruv, but it's too late, bruv. Listen, we're moving like we're elite, yeah? And I know people don't want to accept it. We're in the title race. Now, I'm not going to talk too much. Because Flex, and I like Flex, because Flex did what I needed him to do today. Flex, he was speaking to Mark before the game. He's like, I don't know. Give me that, I don't know. And I like when Flex gives me, I don't know, because that's good. We have to follow the code to winning. So he's unsure. You know me, reckless as ever. Always believe it. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, we're getting all the way. Anyway, enough from me. Kev, how did you feel about this game today, bro?
Do you know, before the match, when I was like, right, let's wait until we see the team that he picks today, and then I can go with my prediction and see where we're going. I am not going to lie to you. I judged Ole Gunnar Solskjær, seen that team and thought, Dan James in the starting lineup. I'm like, what? And I'm like, right, we'll roll with it. Pogba's left out after being really good recently. Again, no Donny van der Beek. We don't know what's happening with him, whatever he's done to piss Solskjær off or whatever. No Cavani. I'm thinking if he's fit enough to be on the bench, this would be a great game for him to come into. But saying that, I spoke to my mate before the match on the phone and I said, this team that Solskjær has gone with here, he's picked it for a reason.
Yes.
And by God, did he get that right. McTominay and Fred are just, go on, do it. But they just complement each other so well. And we were speaking before the show, KG, we were talking about McTominay and how many people in the comment section ripped into us suggesting McTominay, that he was very like Darren Fletcher, maybe a Ji-Sung Park. He brings that work ethic to the United team. And a lot of people will be in here tonight again, probably say, well, it's only one game. He scored a couple of goals. He's done it today. He's a Manchester lad. I've said it before, future Manchester United captain.
Listen, he said it. I don't care where Kevin's. No, this is what you have to understand is somehow, this man, this young boy, again, because people are arguing about his age, he is still young. He's on the younger side of his 20s. What are you saying? 22, 23?
He's 24, I think, isn't he?
No. 23, bro. Let's check Wikipedia. We can change it.
That year makes all the difference.
Yeah. Anyway, the guy is. We both said it. He's giving me Fletcher energy, and the
24 kgs.
24. Not recent.
Just turned 24 this month.
There you go. See, he was recently 23. Anyway, anyway, so we got this player, and people are questioning him, and they're saying, "What is he?" But even Mourinho didn't even really know what he was, but he said he's one of our best players. Now, today, I think people are starting to realize he's more than he's not really a defensive midfielder. He probably is more box to box. And the way he took the second goal was mad. The quick feet, you said to yourself, okay, this guy is levels. Even the first goal, that was planned. Low. Keeper can't get anywhere near it. I'm going to stop because I'm talking too much. Alex, the floor is yours, bro.
With regards to McTominay, how he took the goals, I don't know if it was a long-term thing, but I know at a youth level, he actually played as striker for us quite a number of times. So he has got that in his locker to score the goals. The one bone of contention I have is with Kev saying that he's a future United captain. With that, I strongly disagree because I don't think he's good enough to be a long-term consistent first choice starter. And if you're a captain, which we will now see with Maguire, that everyone complains about that he can't be dropped because he's captain, I don't feel like if we want to be challenging for the Premier League and Champions League, which is what we want to be doing ideally, that he should be a regular starter. But with that said, today he was brilliant. But Leeds as well, we said last week that they should on paper be pretty much the easiest game we'll have all season, because they're realistically a group of championship level players that leave so much space to attack. And like I've said before, we are one of the, if not best team in the world at hitting teams on the break. So it was always going to be a high scoring game. It isn't even exaggerating that we could have scored like 10 or 12 goals today. Like with the chances we had, the ones that we didn't score, we had loads. But then likewise, we could have also conceded 7 or 8 as well, because it was, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to put a dampener on it. It was still a brilliant performance by us, a brilliant game. But the defence still, we could have.
That was crazy. It was crazy.
I wanted to see, just to finish off on, I wanted to see if anyone knows it to let me know. Is that the highest ever XG Premier League game? Because likewise, we could have scored in the double digits. We could have conceded loads.
Yeah, probably could have been. It could be. Wayne List says, when addressing the squad, do you think Ollie goes? Dave, Harry, Shorey, Freddie, Scotty, Paulie, Rashi, Bruno, Eddie, Donny. Probably, because, you know, that's how Ollie moves. That's how Ollie moves with it. Enzo says, this is what we have been waiting to see, Flex. The pace, the energy, the tenacity. The key will be consistency. Glory, glory, Man United. Can I get absolutely useless for my rival mate, Riley?
Useless. Absolutely useless.
And Bill Ingram says, forget the goals or the assists. McSauce is so press resistant. A part of his game which goes unnoticed. I agree with that. He's definitely... When he's at it like that, his energy is insane. MJ David says, KG, I'm confident we're title contenders. United, the best performers with the most points come January. If we keep up our record, we must win. 2021 winner. And Simeon says, really fun game to watch, amazing performance. But if we had as much consistency in finishing in the second half as the first, we would have had 10 goals. Apologies, guys. I can't get your super chats up on the screen.
I can't see the comments.
Because the StreamYard's moving a bit mad, so I've got a separate tab open for the YouTube stuff. So apologies that's not happening, but we're going to put respect in it because I'm just making sure I can still see whilst navigating through. And Joshua Bowater says 21 in 2021. Believe KG, how many bombs for McMayo today?
Matting, 1. Another one. Another one. Hold on. Last one. I don't care. I told you we're getting crazy today. I don't want to. People want to talk to me about defense. They want to talk to me about all the things that's bad with this team. I don't have no time for that. I'm going to talk about all the things that's good with this team. We can outscore opponents. We're starting to believe. We know our defense is dead. It's dead out. Yeah. But when it comes, if it's a gunslinging match, you're going down. Clint Eastwood FC, bruv.
I have got the comments back, so I can now see them and get them back on. So we're back in business.
We're in business.
Let's reset, guys. Now I feel like I'm back in the game. Sorry, I had to sort out a few technicals there. Let me largen my screen again now. I'm back in the game.
Bring it as well.
And Jay is here as well. So apologies, Jay, I didn't see you there. Jay, I don't know if you can just turn your phone so that you take up the whole screen. Because right now you're kind of not taking up the whole screen right now.
It's taking them a long time to do as well. I feel.
There you go. Yeah. While Jay sorts him. Oh, what's happened? No. Nah. Turn it.
No.
There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh.
No. I don't know. Jay's thing's doing an absolute madness right now.
Okay,
Jay, are we going to win the league?
Okay, guys. Tonight is what I would call a tipping point performance. Tipping point. But can we do it next week, the week after, and the week after that? Tonight, we were absolutely rampant against that Leeds defence. Let's be fair, guys. There was more gaping holes in that defence than in the Sahara Desert. Tonight, Scott McTominay looked like prime Roy Keane, marauding into the box. He is not. He can be our box-to-box midfielder. And guys, Pogba FC, sit down. We don't want you. We don't need you. We have Scott McTominay. Boom, baby. PG, your eyes, man. Your eyes. I'm on. Come here. I'm hyper. I said to you. Tonight. I'm by tonight. I'm hyper tonight, man.
Wait, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Even though I like it, yeah, I can't believe it. I don't know where to go.
What I've heard is insane.
No, that is mad. He's supposed to be the Roy Keane of us. Like, he's supposed to be the most pragmatic in the group.
Even Roy Keane was saying we're in a title challenge.
That will come later. That will come later on. Don't worry. That will come later on.
Magic says, unfortunately, the better we play to January, more chance of the board not buying anyone. Love the shirt, Lukaku. AJ Mack says, do we need to be careful in not getting ahead of ourselves again after a big result? I like that, AJ Mack. You hold that thought. It's the first 10 minutes of the show. So we're just kind of, do you know what I mean? We ain't scored 6 goals in a game for a long time in the Premier League. So we're just kind of.
Who's trying to ruin the energy right now?
Big up AJ Mack. Big up AJ Mack. MJ Davis says, the last 2 years we accumulated the most points from January. So we are going to win the league. Check your history, guys. Mario Cabrera says, super impressive performance, but the back four make me extremely nervous. This is a good point. We need to sort out our defense. We're definitely going to get to that. You know us, guys. We're going to have a little bit of fun with it until we dive into the more serious issues. You got to get gas at the beginning.
Yeah, man.
And I think we're good for super chats there. Kev, you know what? That game was like a bit of a shootout because Leeds had a lot of chances. We had even more chances, even more goals, obviously. We were the better team. But it was quite open. But we did match them for intensity. You saw that stat there that we ran just as far as they did. So how much credit does Ole deserve for his team selection today? And not just the selection, but the instructions he gave the players.
He deserves brilliant, mighty credit. I said it before when I seen the team sheet, I was doubting it, and I'm thinking this is a tricky game, man. This Bielsa gets his team, you know, in the zone, man. And you know that this is the first Premier League meeting since 2004 between these two. This is a big rivalry in football. So for United to go out today and beat Leeds 6-2, we've done an absolute job on them. The word of the day is clinical. And that's what it comes down to. Manchester United were clinical today. We took all our chances. Alex has just said, on another day, it could have been, 6-all, 5-5, whatever. They didn't. They did have chances. They didn't take them. We were just clinical on the day. And Solskjær deserves so much praise for the team that he selected today. We have said in previous shows that he needs to pick teams to play against certain teams. And I think he just got it all spot on today and it clicked into place.
I agree. I was really impressed with our application from minute one, because I've been saying in the lead up to this game, what really worried me about this game was that we wouldn't be able to deal with their intensity. You know what it's like when we get pressed and we try and play out from the back, we're making mistakes, they hurry us into not being able to play well. And I don't know if you guys realize, obviously Leeds kicked off and they got to our box very quickly. And I was like, in the first 25 seconds, I was like, let's see what's going on here. And I think Luke Shaw then nicked it, and we just went straight up the other end, intense. Then it was a throw into to us. We got on them, and then the goal just came so quickly, and then we went at them again. And the second goal, let's just talk about the goals, the first two goals.
Let's go, finally.
Let's really have some fun with it, because I tell you what, that first goal was a proper sick goal, because Bruno just does what he does, always finds the right person, makes it happen. And McTominay, bang, bottom bins, and he has done that. I remember he scored a goal like that against Norwich last year as well.
Did he have a goal like that against Arsenal or something?
Arsenal one was top bin.
Very good at it. Sorry, when someone says McTominay, I just start speaking, bro. I feel like I'm a family member right now, bro. The guy is insane. And I want people to sit down, and I want apologies, bro. I want McTominay apologies, because I was saying this guy is a special player. We haven't seen him yet. He's developing. He's like, how long does he need, bro? Give him the time, fam. Because there was a time when we couldn't even think of a team without him being in the midfield. There was a time when he had this purple patch of form, and he just keeps going. But then, go ahead, bro.
I was going to say, do you know what I noticed today? That I don't know whether that's because Leeds are pretty shit or if it is just something that he is really good at. He's really good at taking the ball, running with it from our end of the pitch to the other end of the pitch. He did it so many times today.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. I do want to talk about that though. We're bringing Jay, and then we'll come to Kev on the McTominay situation, because Alex kind of touched on it there, which is he didn't know where it was because Leeds are just really open and there was so much space for McTominay to operate in. Because let's not forget this, guys. Let's not get this twisted. Fred was even making third man runs today. Yeah. Fred was coming on as well, and I actually do think it was a lot to do with how Leeds play, because McTominay doesn't normally do this. So how do you see it, Kev? Is KG and sorry, how do you see it, Jay? Are KG and Kev kind of overdoing it a bit with how good McTominay was today or has been in games? I'll give him his dues. Or, nah, the kid's just that good.
Okay, I think as a fan base, it's time to put some respect on Scott McTominay's name once and for all. Okay, let me go. Don't roll here, okay? Very simple. Jose Mourinho rated McTominay. He saw a player in him. Alex Ferguson saw a player in McTominay in the youth setup. And there's a video, I don't know if you've seen it, guys. Ferguson whispering into Jose's ear about McTominay. McTominay's about 15 years of age, saying, point at him. He's like, next best thing. Now, look, I'm not saying for a second Scott McTominay is going to be prime Roy Keane or prime Paul Scholes. He's not. But today we saw when he was afforded some space and time, and he was allowed to run into the box and literally take the game by the scruff of the neck, he did it. The straitjacket tonight was down Scott McTominay for two reasons. One reason, time and space. And second reason, he wasn't babysitting Paul Pogba.
Can I just say, if we had Pogba playing today, can you imagine Pogba with that much time on the ball and that much space? We would have scored more than 6. Come on.
No.
Yeah, Pogba's a special player.
Actually, guys, if we needed energy today, tenacity, power, strength, speed, the attributes that Paul Pogba has, but he just doesn't show it often enough. Ole said before the game that no player is bigger than the club. So today, Pogba didn't play, we didn't miss him, and Fred and McTominay, I'm sorry guys, that was their best game in the United shirt. Now, there are factors. Leeds were as open as the Sahara Desert, yes. But had Pogba played today, I don't believe for a second we had some energy at midfield.
I'm going to come in on that, actually, just on the Pogba situation, because I wasn't actually surprised to see Pogba not start. Because I know Jay's going a bit crazy in terms of saying we don't need Pogba because McTominay's the saviour. I ain't going that far. But rewind. I never said he was a savior. I said he's not going to be prime Roy Keane or prime Paul Scholes. I said his best game in his United shirt. Fair enough.
Because he was allowed to maraud forward and not in a straitjacket of playing CDM all the time. That's what I said.
Fair enough. Okay, I agree. Fair enough. Fair play. I take that. But for me, I can actually see why this wasn't a game for Pogba, but also really how Ole has looked at this game. I think Ole has looked, and you only got to look at the inclusion of Dan James from nowhere to tell you this, right? He rested Luke Shaw, McTominay, and Fred. Yeah, 3 very energetic, reliable players who can get up and down and do a job that he knows. And then Dan James just comes in. That resurrection was even better than the Fosu Mensah one.
Yeah.
He may have even been playing in the league. And then you look at it, yes, the social media starts crumbling before the game. Oh, Ollie's played like Dan James. And I was saying to Mark on the thing, I'm like, well, you know what? You got to look at it how Ollie's looking at it. He's thinking, Leeds are leaking like a tap. There's loads of space in behind them. I need runners. I need people who are going to be at it. And actually, can I trust Paul Pogba next to McTominay just in a 2? Or can I trust Paul Pogba and Matic? Or can I trust Paul Pogba and Fred from the off in them first sort of 15, 20 minutes when you have to graft and get around the pitch? I think Ole looked at it and thought, okay, this is not a game for you, Pogba. Maybe as it develops, it can be. And I agree with Alex. How it turned out, you put Paul Pogba on at any stage of that game, he creates even more. But you know those first 10 minutes, 15, where you gotta be everywhere. Like, this is Leeds, like they're on you. I think Ole just looked at it and thought, you know what? You can start against Everton. It's fine.
And oh my God.
That's a great point. I agree with you 100% what you said. Ole did look at it and say, right, the first 10, 15 minutes, I have to fight fire with fire. Leeds are going to come at us from the off. For Leeds, this is their biggest game of the season, playing us home and away. This is their World Cup final. This is for them.
Yeah.
This is their nadir. So he saw it well. Listen, we've all slagged off all his tactics and his team selection. I couldn't understand today the idiots on Twitter with that selection. They don't understand football tactics. They don't understand it. Very simple. Dan James played because, as you said, it's tenacity, it's graft, and it's getting at Leeds in the first 10 minutes. That game was won and lost for us in the first 10 minutes. So again today, guys, it's all credit due to, I almost said Paul Pogba, what the hell? All credit due to Ole Gunnar Solskjær. And as Kevin Ashford would say, the finest of fair play to Scott McTominay, Dan James, and Fred. And of course, Bruno, of course.
Do you know what's insane about this current team as well is that, like, we just did that 1-6-2, and then we go into this Everton game, and then we play as our like front six. We can play Van der Beek, Pogba, Matic, Greenwood, Cavani, and Mata. So it's like basically an entire new team, and still look how damn good that team is. So because I think he also had one eye on that game, like with resting some of these players, because this is the hardest part of the season with and this year probably more than ever, with so many games in such a quick succession. And it's a credit to our squad depth, really.
Very true. KG,
listen, guys, I'm going to say a madness right now. It's time to get reckless. Listen, no, it's not for God's sake, because you're going to support this. Bruno Fernandes is the best player in the Premier League.
100%.
I don't care. Bring me whoever you want. Let's go. Let's really discuss it, because it's time now. I said earlier, listen, he's better than Kevin De Bruyne, yeah? And then people were looking at me like, really? Like, they was not sure. And they wanted me to sit down. Flex, you remember? It was very early. I said, listen, he is better than Kevin De Bruyne. People looking at me over their shoulder like, I don't know. But then they couldn't. This is what they said. We can't say no because we need more games to work it out.
Yeah, I remember that.
We've had more games, more consistent. Do you know what happened? Bruno Fernandes went home, yeah? And you saw the video. Everyone wants Bruno Fernandes around. Even his daughter on his leg, bro. I want an assist. Assist me to sleep. No, I got to go play football. So anyway, leaves the house, yeah? And then on the way home, he was thinking to himself, I played a match the other day. I wasn't involved. He couldn't believe it. He said, wait, I didn't score. I didn't assist. Wait, hold my beer. Today, turn up down the madness. The man is just, he's oozing class. He's like, I don't know if you guys saw this, because other people, I'm on serious Bruno watch. Dan James scores. He actually, while Dan James is celebrating, he's telling him the kind of runs that I want to see you making. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
He runs
he's going like that, and he's saying to him, pointing, right? Yeah.
Pointing. This is a man, and we're winning heavily. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're now understanding we have got a player that is a super talent. Because you tell me who's better than him, I'll be waiting.
No one.
There's nobody
Right now. I mean, De Bruyne is an unbelievable player, and he's been doing it for many years in this league. But we've got Bruno in this current moment. The numbers don't lie.
Flex, stop saying in this current moment. He's been in this moment since he's arrived. When has he had a dip? There's been no dip, fam. Mr. Consistent, bruv. This guy is changing the whole, like, he's come here. This ship, remember when Mark was wanting Bruno for a minute, and he went down with the ship, like, to the bottom of the ocean. He saw it. When he was on holiday. Mark was at the bottom of the ocean, and he was like, and I was thinking, why is Mark wanting this Bruno Fernandes so much? Because I didn't know anything about him. I just heard mad stats, and I thought, let me go on YouTube. I didn't know I was getting this. Let me be honest. I didn't know we was going to get a player, because Man United has not been excited for a very long time. Yeah. All of a sudden, why are we in a title race? Before we used to say, as long as we're not many points off Liverpool, that will be nice. We don't want to embarrass ourselves. Guys, it's going to be Christmas. The next time we see each other, Christmas is gone. It's gone. And we're in the title race. Third place. Who's above us? What? Leicester?
Yeah, but Leicester's the next game away from home, and that's
Leicester can go and sit down. We got Bruno Fernandes and Pogba and McTominay and Rashford.
On the subject of Bruno, that Sheffield, I saw a stat the other day that Sheffield United away game was the first away game in the Premier League since we signed him that he hasn't scored or assisted. So that means he nearly went an entire calendar year with scoring or assisting in every single away game. That is just absolutely mental.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And
then, like KG said, he thought, yeah, let me just get back on it today. Because another thing, Kev, with KG saying that, I want to know what you think about that. But just on the Bruno thing, what I noticed, especially in the first half, when it was McTominay getting all the plaudits in the first half and Martial bringing people to play, I thought Rashford looked quite lively. He was just dropping shoulders, just expressing himself. I was looking at what Bruno was doing, yeah. You know what Bruno does so well? Bruno does so well them little things that you don't actually see, where he just keeps the ball moving, little touch around the corner, it doesn't need to be all about me. Have it, go and do your thing. Like, I'll just but he does that consistently. He was brilliant.
He's just so clever with the ball. There's so many instances where he holds on to the ball, holds on. He's like, "Come on, do you want it? Do you want it? Yeah, bang, gone," and he's gone. He does give the ball away now and again, but with the thing with Fernandes is he's a risk taker. The majority of the things that he actually tries are going to be a pass, which is going to lead to some kind of goal scoring opportunity. So a lot of people read into stats and stuff, and they'll look at that kind of thing. The only stat that matters today was the one that was in the top left-hand corner of the television screen, which said Manchester United 6, Leeds 2 for me.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Leeds, you dirty club, you dirty team. In your face, bruv. I hate you.
And you know what? Do you know what I love about this as well? The fact that we've hold tight. Nikhil says, "Can you mix up some Arsenal trolling in this show? That will make the perfect day." It's a sad time for them right now. Our thoughts and prayers are with them at this tragic time.
And with DC's phone.
Guys, can I put the perspective here, please? The perspective. Like, I know we're all happy and we're losing one of ourselves, and it's been a great weekend. And anybody had the foresight of captain Bruno Fernandes in a fantasy football got 30 points today.
That's what I did as well.
He's always my captain. I know.
Let's be fair. This time last season, same point in season, we are 24 points off top spot this time last year. Okay. Today we are 5 points off with the proverbial something in hand. It's Burnley, so we may not win that. Okay. So we are, and people go on and on about has Ole made progress. Okay. And I'm very reserved in my analysis of our club. But that is progress. A year later, we're 5 points off the top. I'm not going to say the T word until March. If in March we're still 5 points off the top, then I will say the T word. KG, I love your energy, man. I love your energy. But we've got a lot of tough games coming up. Let's be fair, we have.
I'll say
What? Go ahead. Sorry.
I'll say the T word for you. Don't worry. I'll be carrying the war for you. Don't worry. And as soon as you're ready, it's yours.
Okay, baby. You know, I love you too. But Ole is in the job now 2 years, and I put out a post to my own WhatsApp group there about a month ago. It was like 2-year report card, and I was very harsh in my grading. I said man management F, leadership F, tactics D. I was very remissive. But after today, guys, I'm gonna have to revise my man management.
Yeah.
No Paul Pogba. Okay. No Paul Pogba. Letting McTominay finally show what he can do. Bruno doing what he does. I got to say after today, tactics, A, after today. Man management, C. And we have made progress. And any fan that thinks otherwise, check the stats. Stats don't lie.
I hear you. Ahmed says, best thing about the game is Pogba watching from the stands. I like Pogba, but no player or agent bigger than United. Big up McSauce, Fred James. Look, I do want to put this out there, though. This doesn't need to be, F off Pogba. Yeah. Look, we won 6-2 without you. We don't need you. I need to put that out there because this isn't what this is about. This is the same way when Pogba had played a blinder against Sheffield United. He got all the plaudits and, he's doing pirouettes and 360s. McSauce McTominay turned back into McSauce today. We're just celebrating that.
There you go.
There's going to be other games very, very quickly. As Alex said, the games are coming thick and fast that Pogba needs to play. I dare say he's going to start against Everton. Even against Leicester, we're going to probably need him. And you know what I'm saying? So this doesn't need to be a sit-down Paul Pogba. I think we've had to move past that because Ole made his feelings very clear on that, which is I'm not getting involved with it. I'm still going to call on Paul Pogba because he's paid a hell of a lot of money to play for this football club. And Pogba actually responded to that, and he's been playing quite well. So as fans, we've had to kind of just leave that where it is. We don't need to keep doing that. We
can't be divisive. Flex, I'm going to read these super chats quickly.
Yeah, read that one.
Deepak says, so we got Brad Lewis there. He says, a great performance from Pastor. I love being sat down by McTominay. Props to him. And I like fans that can do that. When you're wrong,
that's what it's about.
It's okay. Do you know what I mean? Here we go. Deepak says, McTominay has more goals and assists than Kai Havertz and Pepe. Let that sink in. 80 mil and 72 mil, respectively. We have a passionate Scottish lad doing a job for us. That deserves a bomb. There you go. I turned down my thingy desk just now. Let me go. Who else we got? Here we go. Alan B says, nothing makes me happy than seeing KG happy. Merry Christmas. I'm happy every day. Here we go. Sir Alex also. Why does someone have to kill the energy like that? Cousinho says, Sir Alex also saw something in Phil Jones. Why would you do that?
Just bringing the tone of the show down.
To bring the tone down.
End it now.
Hold on, is that he's bringing it out? Go on, Flex.
Yeah, that was me. Levu says revival of McSauce, Ole masterclass. Yeah, Ole does. Look, Ole deserves credit today. But I don't want to bring the tone down, but we're over halfway through now, so we can start kind of opening up the conversation. KG, you might want to just tag out of this bit because this is the realest bit.
Wait, but before we do that, I know what you want to do. I know what you want to do right now, but what we need to do, because I've been looking at the downfall of Arsenal, and I've been looking at the downfall of other clubs. I've been looking at the downfall of Sheffield United. Many a teams that Ole was compared to. Many a teams where they said stuff to Ole, and he sat a lot of people down. Yeah, even myself, you know what I did? I flip-flopped. For a small second. Yeah, and I came back after a couple of weeks, but I was a bit mad. Anyway, what we now have to say, because remember we accused him of this bounce. This is not a bounce. This we keep going to places and winning. Now, I don't know if you've been listening to the players' interviews, but they're very telling. I remember Ole tells lies. To the media, he won't tell us that. He told them we're in a title race. When you hear them boys talk, they're talking different. They're talking about, we got these games, and they're actually talking as if a team that's fighting for a title. So please believe in the dressing room, Ole's telling these guys, we are in a raw title race and we could do it. I can put my hand on heart and tell you that's what's happening, because Lindelof said something the other day about his back and stuff, but he wants to be in his team. So when we talk about man management, I wouldn't have managed the Pogba situation nice. It would have been horrible. Ole he continually manages these things well. And the fact that I saw Donny van der Beek go and celebrate with Dan James, with the way he's been treated at his club, everyone buying into it. Ole is doing a good job. We have to respect it. We have to give him his flowers. And we have to say, look, this is showing levels of consistency. He's doing well. That's all I wanted to say. The floor is yours.
Brad Lewis says, guys, should we look for a partner in Lindelof for Lindelof rather than one for Maguire? That's an interesting question, you know. I think that because of the money we've spent on him, I mean, we said this about Harry Maguire, the money spent, he's club captain. We know what's going to happen when we get another centre half. It's going to be Lindelof who's the casualty. But really, there's an argument for both. You know, there's an argument for both of those. Kev, KG talking about this title race, right? And a lot of people talking about this title race. And we're in and amongst it. Of course we are. You look at the teams that are in and amongst us: Leicester, Everton, those kind of teams. Tottenham, Chelsea. If they can get their act together, they're going to be in and around there. It's a bit crazy. But let's face it. If we want to say the T word, we got to look at Liverpool, right? And the next two games coming up, right? We play Leicester away, tough game. They play West Brom. Yeah. The next game after that, we play Wolves. Always a difficult game when we play Wolves. They play Newcastle. So I know football's a crazy game, right? And we're in and amongst it. We're 5 points off them with a game in hand. But if we're really serious about the T word, right? we got to get 6 points in the next game because you're assuming that Liverpool are going to get 6 points in them games.
And the scary thing is, I mean, we've got Giddy on here. KG's, the way he carries on about this title charge, man, it's infectious. He's sucked me straight in. Honestly, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, yeah, what a bit of that. Yesterday, when I seen that Liverpool result, I think I shouted up to my son or something. I was like painting or whatever in the house, and he was like, yeah, Liverpool are winning 7-0. And I was like, what? You know, because you beat Crystal Palace away, you think, that could be a bit of a dodgy game. You know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And he was like, no, it's 7-0. I was like, 7-0? And then I was like, do you know what? I was just like, these are different level Liverpool. How are they doing this? And as much as this is a Manchester United-based, obviously, fan channel or whatever, what Jurgen Klopp's done at Liverpool, the way he introduces these players in and they play that same style of football is something that we're looking at and thinking we would love to have at Manchester United at this minute in time. And he can get it right. Klopp, in the earlier years, there was, you know, Scousers saying Klopp out and all this. They didn't see the vision and all that. Ole Gunnar Solskjær, we've always said give him time. But what I would say, you know, all these people that disrespect him, Ole Gunnar Solskjær, you know, he's a PE teacher and all this. PE teachers don't beat Leeds 6-2. And they're also not resting at third in the Premier League. There has to be some respect. It wasn't long ago. I put a tweet out last night. Ian Wright was saying that Mikel Arteta, if he was in charge of Manchester United, would make them title contenders. So I rest my case on that one. You look at the way that Arsenal is going at the minute.
Useless.
And I don't know whether DT watches this, but in my kitchen drawer, there's an iPhone 3G. It's been sat in there for 15 years. Nobody's ever touched it, but if he wants it, DM me, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get these super chats out because there's loads. Just bear with me, guys. Yasir says, Flex, you were asking, are you seeing any progression under Ollie? We are 9 points better off this season than we were last season. That is a definition of progress. Ryan says, KG, I'm back. Manchester United are winning the league. Liverpool will get McSauce. Flex, big man, get on the train. Boom, boom, boom.
It's so much more fun.
10 Star says, what a treat. Needed that after the Grinch cancelled Christmas. Credit to everyone. Trust the process. We are close, guys. Positive vibes only. Big up KG. He was spot on about McSauce. Good super chat that. Rohit says, what a game. Wan-Bissaka looked a little tired. Maybe needs a rest. Needs a rest. We've got a super chat from Bill. Says, KG, please close your eyes and just imagine what if Ollie takes us to the promised land. Imagine.
He wants me to close my eyes. I can do my eyes open, bruv.
Alan B says, nothing makes me happier than seeing. Oh, we've read that one already. And so Alex saw something for Jones. Yeah, we've read that one already. And Ozzy says, KG, can we have an all right?
All right. But let's go. Let's talk.
And Chris South, the last one, says, this is a crazy league this season. We are smashing and grabbing the league title. And I think we've got to take that into consideration, how mad this league is.
Spurs lost today. Spurs lost today, but I know you lot want it. Let's do it. We got to talk about this defense.
Yeah.
We've been enjoying ourselves for like 38 minutes in. It's time. Who wants to start it?
We have to.
We do have to do it. We do have to do it because we've got to talk about both sides.
And be serious.
I'll say, Alex, you kick it off.
Well, ultimately, we know they're not good enough, but we've kind of checkmated ourselves with Maguire, like we touched on before about should it be Lindelof or Maguire. We know who it is going to be. Like my perfect one, he hasn't really been given a chance, but I would have liked to see Twanzebe with someone, but he just can't stay fit for whatever reason. But Maguire, he cost us 80 million. We'll be lucky if we get like 30 million for him now. We're not going to be able to recoup the money, and he's the captain. They're not going to sell him. So we've kind of checkmated ourselves. Like I said, there is the possibility maybe that if he had someone that complemented him more, that in the sense of that could make up for his lack of pace and lack of turn, then that maybe he'd be better, because obviously you play better with someone that complements your style of play. But I don't know. It feels like we're going to be in that sort of when Liverpool had Brendan Rodgers as manager, and that they would score 4, but then they'd concede 3 every game. And then ultimately it cost them in the end because they didn't win the league because of that. So if we are to be in a title race, we need to kind of worry, because Liverpool, even though they've lost Van Dijk, they're still keeping clean sheets. So, and they still look solid defensively. Whereas us, like even that Wan-Bissaka, I'm starting to worry about defensively. Like, he's meant to be like our best defensive player, but he's sometimes like positionally really poor as well. So I don't think we will sign someone in January, but if we do, it could potentially change our season, like with Bruno, if we got either a CDM or a good centre back. But who's available in January that can transform us like that?
Jay, we want to look at Liverpool because that's the benchmark. Let's face it. If we want to win that title, let's just have it as it is. That's the level. That's the consistency that's needed. And I hate to bring it back down to this is why we probably won't win the league. KG won't like this, but you have got to be ultra consistent. And we do leak goals. We conceded 2 crap goals against Sheffield United. Conceded a couple of today, but conceded a lot more chances. I know it was open and we outshot them, outscored them, but we did concede a lot of chances. We do concede a lot of silly goals.
Yeah, if you look at last week, Liverpool when they played Spurs had 3 guilty opportunities. Had Bergwijn scored on his shots or had Kane scored, Liverpool would have lost. Liverpool doggedly kept it to 1-1. They played like we did back in the heyday to the last seconds, almost believing they would score. Winners always find a way. And that, I think, this season is what we're almost getting there. We're nowhere near Liverpool, but we are actually not playing fantastic. Apart today, Park against Sheffield United, okay? To look at on balance over the whole season. We haven't been playing vintage football because we play counter-attack. But when push comes to shove, we are getting it done. We're putting points from the board. We're winning games that last season we would have drawn. And I agree with every single word Alex said. We are a CDM and a proper right back away from a possible T-race. But difference is, Liverpool FC are run as a football club. Klopp was allowed to do his clear out. He got rid of Coutinho, brought in Salah, Mane, and he built his team around them. The both phrase for the last 2 years has give Ollie time, give Ollie time. After Leipzig, every one of us here, we were crestfallen. The sky literally had fallen down. The last couple of results, it flipped us again. We got to go on and do that week in, week out. Mark Gover said it time and time again. Maguire isn't essentially a bad defender, but he's not a world-class defender. We should have a world-class defender. Lindelof, I think, is the better defender.
Yeah, he is.
And I agree with what Alex said. The club are not going to admit that they made a gross error judgment in recruiting Harry Maguire, paying him what they paid for him, and Ole made him captain. So there's a couple of decisions there strategically that I agree with what Alex said. We are stuck with Maguire for better or worse. Would I drop him or Lindelof? I'm dropping Maguire every day of the week. But guys, that's not going to happen. We are going to discuss us conceding goals from corners with zonal marking again and again and again, because that's how Ole defends. Today, when that corner came in, I don't know if you saw it, guys, it looked like Maguire was marking fucking Fred, pardon my language. He's marking his own player.
Well,
okay? Go ahead, Gigi. Go ahead.
Just to jump in, let me just quickly do this. Look after the people in the free seats and stuff. Daryl Hammond, a new member. Big up yourself. Drop a bomb for him. Well done. Welcome to the team. There we go. Then we got here we go. Ayodele. That's one of my brothers. I wouldn't blame the defense in this game. The tactics left us open. We had to outscore them, and we did. Scott played a lot further up, and Fred did too. That's an interesting
point. I like that.
True.
Very good super chat. Here we go. Alan B says, nothing makes me cool. Nothing. I think I've said that one. Nothing makes me happier than seeing KG happy. Merry Christmas. Cool. I think that's everything. If there's any more, let me know.
A lot of people, Kev, I'll ask this to Kev actually to bring Kevin. A lot of people in the free seats, big up the free seats, saying discuss the zonal marking thing. I mean, we saw it again today, just not work. Harry Maguire he's just not dominating in that area, which is one of his best attributes. I think McTominay had a player / area, and that was a guy who actually scored. He kind of ran past McTominay. This zonal thing could that be something that we can change and that can instantly have an impact on some of the stupid goals we keep conceding?
It'd have a massive impact. I've never ever understood zonal marking when you look at it. in the words of the mighty Roy Keane, it's a nonsense. Absolutely. It is nonsense, though, because you're actually marking thin air. You're marking a zone in the box, but you're not actually picking up a man. You know, I played Sunday League football, man, not at high level or anything, but if you're touch tight to someone, and I know you can't get away with wrestling people and that now with VAR, they'll pick up on stuff like that, but as long as you're touch tight to someone and somebody makes a run and you can cancel them out, you know, if you can out jump them, win a header or whatever. But honestly, I do not know where it comes from, zonal marking.
Do you know what the thing is?
You are marking thin air. You're not actually marking. You're just patrolling an area, and you are giving the opportunity. You're giving the opportunity for somebody then to have a run on you. They could already be in mid-flight to win a header before you've even, you know, managed to. You've got no advantage at all. It's a disadvantage, if anything.
If you play, so let me just quickly do this next super chat as well and then show some love. Rasmus says, don't roll out signings. French league are collapsing financially because their TV deals are off. Leon, I don't know that player. Lowy, the fee for the pay to €5 million. I don't know if that's going to be. That's
don't
ridiculous.
need Memphis.
But just to get onto the point you're making, I watched something Sherwood and Owen Hargreaves. They were doing some analysis of the Sheffield United game. And they let me see things I didn't notice. So you know how I was blaming Henderson and I was so upset with what Henderson did. There was a moment in the game and it was actually Maguire's fault. So what we're actually going to come out and realize is Maguire is culpable for a lot of things that are happening in his team. Maguire was supposed to spread out and you saw Lindelof, you saw someone else. I think it was Matic that was saying wider because you could turn out and then play. You know that moment when he played the ball back to Henderson.
Yeah,
Maguire,
he didn't want to turn out. He wanted to
there you go. And he plays them and he doesn't even react. So you're starting to see, and these are things I missed. But the problem with Zonal, you need to be able to communicate. You need to be one of the best communicators and tell people, even at the front post, you need to making quick decisions. So we had a lot of our tall players at the front post when they should have made a move and decided in the game, I gotta be over there. Now Maguire is supposed to be the captain. So because I don't know what he's offering us. If he's not offering us, you're not fast, you're not good in the air, then at least be a vocal captain. Everyone's played football with that guy that's dead, but he knows how to tell people what to do.
Yeah,
we will play with that guy.
Yeah, you actually need people like that in your team.
Maguire's not even doing that. That's a big issue. So it's like, because all Wan-Bissaka needs is Wan-Bissaka needs a little bit of hand holding and said, come in over there. Today it happened again. The ball over the top, he wasn't ready. Now, if Maguire is supposed to be, I feel that he should be doing his job so well that he can tell other people what to do, looking after other players. He is not doing that. He's not offering us that. The guy is, he's literally flattered to deceive. 80 million, we should be getting a lot more from him. We should be able to say there's a clear difference between him and Lindelof, and we have not seen it.
All right, but just the devil's advocate, is the price his fault though? If we would have paid 50 million, would you have this same scrutiny for him?
No, definitely not. But he wouldn't be in the team. That's the thing. We wouldn't have felt as much pain to say we have to play him because we've invested so heavily. Now I understand what Ole was doing when he made him the captain, considering where in terms of the way he came in, and we just needed to change the culture. He wanted to come in and say, you're my player. This is how we're going to run the ship now going forward. So he had to kind of connect himself to someone that wasn't here. I respect that. But what's happened is we've gone up another level. Now we met the Brunos and stuff. This shouldn't happen. How many times have you seen Bruno arguing with Maguire and Lindelof? It shouldn't happen. But you're on the end of berating. You're getting berated by because you're not playing good enough.
Do you think it can have an impact on the dressing room? You know, you talk about we look at it as fans and think the easy decision is just make Bruno captain. Just do it. Like we can all see that he should be the captain. But you have to have that kind of football brain on of how dressing rooms work or what happens to Maguire if you take the captaincy off him. We say that it will make him play better because he's got less responsibility. But actually, as a professional, if you're Harry Maguire, you're feeling 10 foot tall. Well, yeah, you're getting criticism, but you're captain of Man United. You're the golden boy of England. You're a very influential footballer now, very high profile. You are captain of the biggest club in the world. If Ole does go, Harry E.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come in, sit down. How's it going, Gaff? Yeah, good. Just want to have a little word. I'm gonna give the captaincy to Bruno. What?
Is that supposed to be Solskjaer?
But wait. So now this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the. Hold on. Why are you lot laughing? Let's quickly read these super chats because I need to put respect on these guys. MJ David says, "Let's just take stock. Liverpool conceded the most goals in a game. I think we're searching for perfection. Yes, the defense must improve, but it's not the worst. Okay, that's interesting." Let me Deepak Singh says, imagine preparing all week to stop Bruno, Rashi, and Pogba, and you see a holding center defensive midfielder storming into your box and scoring twice. Dan coming out of nowhere and pointing you through your legs. It's a macking. You can't prepare for that. Here we go.
Can I just comment on that one comment from before?
It
isn't just like, well, when I don't know about you guys, but when I criticize it, I'm not just saying about the goals against, because the same with last season, our goals against wasn't that bad. It's just like the chances that we concede that they, like today, like we said before, it may have been 6-2, but we easily could have conceded 6.
Yeah.
And I will say on the Harry Maguire fee, which is always going to hold him back. We only paid that money for Harry Maguire, because United were prepared to do that, but it was to do with the fact that, Van Dijk went to Liverpool for that, around that fee. So we get bogged down in this stupid thing of, well, Virgil van Dijk was this money, so he's a defender as well. You're going to have to pay that. And United were willing to pay it. They've done it. And, it's something we have to live with. Very
real. Ahmed says, agree with Alex on Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. Aaron Wan-Bissaka worries me when he's defending crosses. But who would you guys buy as a second CB or right back? We'll come to that in a second. Let's go. I just want to make sure you've done all of them. There you go. I think that's everything. All right. So what I will say, just my opinion on Maguire actually is, I don't think he's over the incident that happened. He's still got a court case on his, because this is a different Maguire, like it or not. We had a better Maguire last season. I honestly feel that way. Now, the players, it's hard they're still human at the end of the day, and that court case is still over him. He's still worrying about it because I don't know if it's finished, but he's still got issues to deal with.
He's got a second trial in here, I think.
He's got a second trial. Do you know what I mean? And if you got something like that up and coming, you kind of just want to see it done. So then all you can focus on is football. Why? Ferguson's always had these players, and as soon as they come in, the Ferguson way is like he likes his players to get married and settle down. That was Ferguson's thing. Like, I need you to focus on football, and the issue is Maguire can't just focus on football because that is a very real case, and he doesn't know if he's going to win it, and that's probably what's affecting his game potentially. Just wanted to throw that in there into the mix.
Jay?
Okay, I don't know if you picked up on it, but you've all seen Harry Maguire in a post-match press conference. Yeah? Would he inspire confidence in you with his use of English language, mannerisms? Would he inspire confidence in you?
No.
Communication, he did it non-verbal. He doesn't look at the camera, he looks down at the ground on a TV interview. With no fans on the ground, we can hear what the players are really saying on the pitch. Pretty much. Have you ever, any of you guys watching the games when Maguire's playing, have you ever seen Harry give another player a bollocking and he's a bollocking? No.
It's not really.
It doesn't happen. The point of the matter is, you're the captain, you were supposed to be the leader. Now, park his technical ability or lack thereof, park the price that we paid for him. But from sheer, my observation, leadership, communication, verbal, non-verbal. As you pointed out, KG, instructing other members of your team in your back four where to be, how to react. Wan-Bissaka this season, he's like a different right back. The amount of times Wan-Bissaka has been caught out of position. And some pundits were saying, he's tucking in support Harry Maguire. Whether it is or isn't, we really don't know that. But Harry is not communicating with his back four. So if he can't manage his back four with basic communication, I'm sorry guys, he should not be a leader. Trust the floor.
I think what Harry is to give him a little bit of leeway, because I think the conversation is very much against Harry, and for valid reasons. To give the other side, I feel like he's a victim of coming into United at a time where there was a really poor pool of players to pick from as leaders. Because I remember when he got it at the time, if you're being honest, there wasn't uproar, was there? It wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe Harry's got it and Martial hasn't, or McTominay hasn't, or Fred hasn't, or David De Gea, or there wasn't absolute uproar. And the reason why there wasn't absolute uproar was because we're looking at it like Paul Pogba is probably our best player, but he's going to leave and all of that stuff. Martial doesn't speak. Rashford in the future, let's see, but we wanted to just keep evolving. Let's leave him how he is. Mason Greenwood, this is his first ever season. Scott McTominay, he's in and out the side. Let's just let him grow. Matic is old now. Mata doesn't play enough. David De Gea has had his chance, doesn't speak. Look at the back four. Luke Shaw, always injured. Can't rely on him. Right back, Wan-Bissaka just came. Lindelof, not really shouting at people and going for it. So you look at the squad and you was like, who else is he going to give it to? This is before Bruno came. And I think that's actually the issue. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying Ole and the coaching staff probably went, there ain't even really anyone else to give this to. But now Bruno's come, it's like, kind of needs managing of how we kind of just undo it round his arm. And just, I don't know, maybe they got a new armband and it's come in a different size that won't fit Harry Maguire. They don't have any other sizes, so we just got to let Bruno wear it this year.
You got to get Dan James to do it. You got to make it. He's the Flash. Say Dan James, run as fast as you can and take it off him. You won't know.
The thing is, though, in the changing room, they must look at Bruno as the captain. Though that's how I feel like. Can you just imagine like the halftime talks and at full time, they're all looking to Bruno, I imagine, rather than Harry? Because like Jay touched on with his like post-match interviews and stuff, he always seems like nervous.
That's just how he's the person. That's what he's doing. That's his personality. Just like giving it to Martial. If you gave the armband to Martial, like I know it's an extreme version, but I'm saying the principle. Like he's quite an introverted person. He's quite quiet. Doesn't mean he doesn't care about his football. Doesn't mean he doesn't try, because that's the misconception. But as a come out and really puff out your chest and have your say so, he's just not that guy. And I think Harry Maguire is similar in a different way. I
think it's different, Flex. So what I'm thinking with Harry Maguire, I think it's got to this thing of imposter syndrome. When you get amongst, you join a team, like it or not, there was a reason why everyone wanted him to sign the contract, and he's come here and he had a good first season. And yes, he lost his way, but he's starting to doubt, and everyone deals with doubt in their life. No matter who you are, you're going to say, am I meant to be here? Moyes had it especially. He was like, this is a big club. They win big trophies. And he capitulated. He went the same. He didn't give us what we saw Moyes of Everton. And what happens is the players start to doubt until they don't recognize themselves anymore. Really and truly, what should happen is he needs some man management. He needs some support, maybe, where either you take him out of the firing line or you try to rebuild his confidence. The problem is rebuilding your confidence at the biggest club in the world is very difficult. And there's a lot of eyes on you, and how you need to do it very quickly. Now, I think it can be done. I think he just needs to get through stuff, or maybe take him out of the team for his own. Remember, he never got dropped from the team at one point when he was getting through everything he was getting through. And he could have said, I'm going to pull you out of the team and we'll rebuild you and bring you back in that way, where there's not a pressure. Even with the armband, you're still the captain, but we're just going to take our time and let's support you through what you got going on off the pitch. Because it's the end of the day.
Southpaw said also, let's not sleep on the fact that Man United women's team put 6 on the scoreboard as well today in the WSL. Big up the women's team, 100%. They're smashing it this season. Their first season back last year, and they are absolutely killing it this year as well. Varun says, before him, Ashley Young was captain. He was better. Trevon Williams says, Ollie stripped De Gea of the captaincy after he spoke out after that Everton result, yet Maguire can be our captain. He shouldn't even be captain of Leicester. Ollie has favourites. What do you guys think? Hold that thought. And as we can see there, Claire, it's gone. KG got
sorry, it's me putting that really and truly. I didn't realise how much to say that,
And now it's gone forever as well. Well done, KG.
I can get it back. What was the point? Who was
you can't get it back because it's timed out.
Trevor.
I actually remember, guys. I remember what she said.
What did she say?
Claire was saying that last February we were second in the table for conceding goals from corners. And that shit has rectified.
So
we discussed that a couple of times in the show.
Exactly. Big up,
Claire.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Yeah.
So that's a great point, Claire. I want to say one thing regarding Harry Maguire. So what you're saying, Flex, go back to your point. At that moment in time, he was essentially the best pick of a bad bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Time, but also at that time, we had our own little firebrand Spanish warrior in the field. That was Ander Herrera. For me, he had a captain written all over him, but unfortunately, Ed Woodward wouldn't pay him what he wanted. We lost him. You know, so we had a captain there in the making. And it was Herrera.
Forget about that Herrera situation actually, because a lot of people.
I felt. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you and LaRue, we'll come on to that. I like that super chat. Can we stop and appreciate Martial's performance? Because actually, he missed a lot of chances today and hasn't quite had his shooting boots on, but he was influential today. We'll get back to that. You know what, guys? There's still 11,500 people watching. We may as well carry on. May as well extend the show. We won 6. There's so much to talk about. We'll go for another half an hour or so. Why not? Kev, just to kind of, before we move away from the Maguire situation and broaden out the conversation, this might sound weird, yeah, because I've listened to everything what's saying, and I agree with a lot, and we do criticize Maguire a lot. But is he playing as bad? Look where the team is and how the team's playing. We've got all these away results, doing well and stuff like that. And I know we've conceded a lot of goals. Is he individually playing as bad as we all think he is, or is he becoming a little bit of a scapegoat where you always just go in on him? Like, I just wanted to ask you that just in general.
We spoke about this, I think it was the other day, the last time I was on the show, and I honestly think it comes down to the fee that we paid for Harry Maguire, and he will always be labelled with that because we paid that money for him. But personally, I don't give a shit, man. It's United that have paid that money for him. That was the going rate at the time. Leicester said, you can have him for that. We bought him for that. Is he an £80 million player? I mean, come on, but at the same time, I think he's took harsh criticism from United fans. Yes, whatever happened in Greece and all that, it's still hanging over him. Harry Maguire is a top player. What we need to find is the blend and somebody to put in next to him. I love Eric Bailly, but will he ever be fit? Will he ever get a consistent run of games? Twanzebe as well. More long term, try and get him into the team. But I'm
sorry, that's brilliant. Basically, Trevon is spending all the winnings on super chat. I got to put some respect on that. Trevon says, I used to be in the free seats, but I won my ACCA today thanks to Ollie. Now we're here, mama. We made it. Ollie's at the wheel. I love that.
I'll give it another bump for that. I love that comment. That's made my day.
The ACCA came through, man. I'm gonna run up the super chat bill, man.
I seen it then. That's why I lost my trail of thought.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, Kev. Carry on.
No, I don't even think I can.
I'm a bad influence. I'm a bad influence.
You are. We'll move on. Actually, we're bringing Alex here. Alex, someone said in a super chat just about 5 minutes ago, can we put some respect on Martial's performance today? Actually, back to the game today. The way he used the ball, the way he receives the ball, the way he moves with the ball, the decisions that he does make. Don't get me wrong, he did miss some, let's call it, easy chances by Martial standards, especially that second one he had. Clearly in front of goal. I can't believe he missed that one. But, what did you make of his performance today, bro?
That's what I was waiting for the opportune time to say. I think Mark or something put out who was your man of the match earlier, and I actually said Martial because I think was it 4 assists in the end if you include the penalty, or was it 3?
I'll be honest. I haven't even. I need to watch it back to remember. He had one for Scott McTominay. He had he won a penalty,
wasn't it? The header from the corner.
Yeah, for the header from the
corner.
So he got either way. He got like 3 or 4, but he also put one on the plate for, I think it was Cavani. He created loads of chances. That's why I always say, with Rashford and Bruno are in form, but as soon as, which you have to assume they will be, as soon as Martial, Greenwood and Cavani hit some form, we are going to be a real force to reckon with. He just needs. I was hoping that one goal the other day was going to give him the confidence, but he will. I have faith that he will get to his best. But it was an absolutely brilliant performance, and I thought you touched on it earlier, Flex. I thought Rashford played well despite not getting a goal or an assist. I thought he played well, and Martial played well. So I hope they get a rest next game and then come back firing for Leicester.
Yeah, no, Lars, I see what you're saying there. Jay, what do you think about that, the Martial performance today?
Well, look, first and foremost, Martial doesn't play as a old-fashioned target man striker. He's not going to be a fox in the box waiting for a cross from a full-back or winger. That's not his game. His game is running in from the left-hand side, or he would hit it on the right. Today, I thought he played excellent. Every time he got the ball, I'm not going to lie, I don't know the names of the two Leeds fullbacks. I'd be lying if I did. You might say who they are. I don't know. But every time he got the ball,
Leeds fullbacks.
Leeds fullbacks.
Aylin.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. You could see the way they were backing off him. Martial is potentially a legacy player for us. I really believe that. When he gets a run of goals, he'll go on a run and he'll score 20 in 25 games. Right now, his movement off the ball, you've got to give him an A+. So I'm with Alex. I wouldn't give him man of the match today, but I definitely would give him an 8 out of 10. His movement alone, and for drawing fullbacks to him, which created even more space. And I alluded to earlier that Sahara desert of a back four that Leeds have. His play today was instrumental in us scoring 6. So listen, all credit to him.
You enjoy Martial's performance today, Kev? I
am. I've always said, for me, maybe long term, he could become, a decent number 9 at Manchester United. For me, playing out on the left hand side, the danger that he brings and imposes on the opposition, he's just different gravy altogether, man. I mean, I don't want to compare him just because of French and that, but like you think back to Thierry Henry when he started sort of out on that left cutting in. Martial and he's bringing so much more to the game now. I thought today he was brilliant.
He's evolved. He's actually, and this is where Ole comes into it, guys. I want to put a bit of respect on Ole for this, because I have to say that, okay, we can still argue that he's still not as clinical as we want him to be. You can't put your house on him scoring goals like a Kane or a Lewandowski or strikers of that ilk. I can always accept that argument. But Ole has helped him to evolve his game, because Martial, his work rate has increased. I think his willingness to make not just the first run, but the second and the third run, his willingness to create space for others, his willingness to bring others into play. It's like he's gone, okay, I can see where my career is going right now at Man United, and I can see what type of striker I need to be in this team right now. I might not be the most clinical, and maybe I might never be, because I just don't have that in me. But what do I have in me? I have the ability to change my game and make Man United a better team. And I think that he's managed to do that. And that's something that rival fans can't get their head around, because they don't watch us 90 minutes every game. And if they did, they'd just be weird. I get that. Yeah. But that's what I think he's done. And credit to Ole for doing that. He's let him morph his game into a more meaningful game.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to quickly do these super chats. We got MJ Davids. He says, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, there you go. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, best defender with 129 interceptions. Maybe overplayed. Would like to see Twanzebe in the right back role. Think Maguire is overplayed as well. Stats gents. Here we go. I'm going to read another one. It goes, Saleh says, Bruno's vocal yet consistent in performance. It's not that's vocal.
I mean, that there is captain material, isn't it? There.
100%. There's another. Oh, I hope I haven't lost it. There we go. Jake, I'm flat out on the Guinness tonight. From that game, unreal, lads. Great performance. Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. It's Christmas. Is there any more? Yes, I'm going to just talk about Martial and why I think remember we were talking about him not playing as a centre forward. We were talking about moving them out onto the left-hand side. And again, it's almost, you will have to praise Ole in a sense. You bring in Cavani and you say, Martial, well, your position's you're at threat right now. You wanted to play down the middle. You have to do more to prove that position is your own. Now, one thing I can say about Martial is, and fans, we're very fickle, so we got short memories. But seeing him today, we're more dynamic with him playing down the middle. And the way he's holding up the ball, and the way he's, again, everything Alex has said, literally bringing people into attacks. He's literally, like today, all that was missing was a goal. He played perfectly, and he would usually get my man of the match had it not been for, well, McTominay played amazing, but Martial missing those two big chances, I don't think you can take man of the match. But then you were clinical in everything else you was doing. So, and Roberto Firmino is appreciated when he isn't scoring, but he offers so much to the team. And I think for us, we got into this place. I think we do this as Man United fans when we don't see, like, Rashford today wasn't on the score sheet. Some people are like, oh, Rashford wasn't good enough. No, all these players are doing what they need to do. Sometimes it's going to be different players will play the starring role in a match.
They're all contributing in their own way. That's what it is.
Yeah. Can I touch on two things quickly? One about the being clinical. Martial, I think it was like last season or 2 seasons ago, he had like one of the highest shot conversions in the league. He is clinical. It's just that this season he's out of form and low on confidence. But more importantly, we all fixate, and I have as well in the past on the show, fixate about this number 9 position of who's going to be our striker, Cavani, Martial, Greenwood, whatever. But like back in 2008, we constantly like interchanged. And I found a lot today, like Cavani, when he came on, he went to the right-hand side. Dan James was through the middle at some times. So if we were to just play, like we've said before, our best front three would be Rashford, Cavani and Martial. They're all going to be swapping into all 3 positions anyway.
KG's, I agree with what you're saying, Alex. But
Exorcist settings. They said that McTominay played like he was
possessed. He was possessed today. Honestly, when he scored the first goal, I was like, like obviously I'm saying, what a goal. But then the way he was just moving, even straight after that, and then the second goal, because can we actually put some respect on that second goal? You see how he sorts his feet out? He puts his right foot over it to control it right, put it onto his left, and then just like that's techie,
He was looking for a hat trick. Understand? McTominay was bursting the gut to get a hat trick today. Beautiful.
I want to big up Wan-Bissaka for something, actually. It's something that made me laugh. Big up Master Barber says, please take a minute to appreciate Kev's fresh trim, and that's coming from a fellow barber.
Shout out your barber.
It was during Dan James's goal, I think it was. And Wan-Bissaka had the ball, right, and he was traveling, and I was like, but he ain't got a left foot. He can't pass that ball to McTominay. And he just did. He just did. I was like, oh, fair play. And then McTominay travelled. And then didn't McTominay give the ball to Dan James?
Yeah, but the commentators kept saying he didn't mean to pass it to Dan James and that Dan James kind of nicked it.
No, I think
that's what they were saying. I need to watch it back, but that's what the commentators were saying.
In fact, I might get that up right now, actually.
No, he done it on purpose.
I think he done it on purpose.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I
what? While I've got you guys, what KG you can find out if there's.
I read the super chats. Here you go.
Yeah.
Ethiopia. I'm gonna try that. That's what the best thing I got in there. Martial has some amazing hold-up play, but he has to be ruthless. He's missing too many chances. If we're to win titles, he has to have the hunger, and I don't see it. A bit harsh.
That is a little bit.
But your opinion's your opinion.
Guys, how many more left?
No, there's none. I'm just gonna put the free seats on still. It's just
cool. Yeah, put some of the free seats up.
There you go. Can't stop laughing. Cool. Mixed sauce. We need to choose.
I just say today.
Go on.
I say today about Scott McTominay. I reckon he watched Rocky IV last night because he went full on Ivan Drago mode on that defense today. He was going from the off. I must break you, and he broke up that defense.
100%.
We haven't touched.
He went Ivan Drago mode. Yeah, he went Ivan Drago mode today.
Or he was watching the reruns of the proper Leeds rivalry games, like, do you know what I'm saying? The reruns of when it was intense rivalry. Guys, you know what? We've got about 15 minutes left. We don't normally get to this, like, be in the chat this long, actually. So actually, while I've got you guys, Mark obviously runs the player ratings where everybody can have their say and vote on the website and stuff like that. We haven't done a player rating show for a little while, actually. So let's do a player ratings now. Let's do a player ratings from today's game. Just to get the rating, just so you know the range. 5 is just bang average. I always say, and then you can go up or down from there depending on how you play. There's no rules as well. You know, it's up to you. It's your opinion.
You can
Okay.
be as reckless as ever, bro.
You can be as reckless as you want. Exactly. Right. David De Gea. Alex, what are you giving him out of 10?
Well, he didn't really make any mistakes, really, but he obviously conceded 2 goals, so I'll give him like 7.5.
Okay. Kev?
I go for a 6. I think, yeah, I'll go for a 6. Keep it like that.
Yeah. All right. Jay?
Yeah, I'll give it Kev. I'll give him a 6. I probably blame him for, not I say blame, but the first goal he probably could have done better with. Second goal, I'm blaming Maguire for marking Fred. He made one good save in the second half. I think just after the second goal, 2 minutes after the second goal for Leeds, he made one key save. I think at that stage where it was 5-2, he missed one key save. That they could have come 5-3, then it could have got a bit tasty. So based on that save, I'm going to give him a 6 as well.
Yeah, he was actually, although we won 6-2, he was actually quite busy today.
He was very good today. I'm gonna give him a 7. Actually, I thought he was important. That he made a lot of big saves, and had he not been in goal doing what he was doing, the game could have looked very different. Obviously, the scoreline doesn't make us like it was accurate.
Yeah,
but at the same time, he played his part.
Okay. So, I'll be with Kevin. I'd probably give him a 6 though. We did concede 2 goals, and I don't know, but yeah, I think a 6. Wan-Bissaka, Kev.
7.
Thought was bright today.
Game, yeah. Thought he got forward really well. Old Spider One. The thing with him is he's unbelievable, isn't he? It's just nobody gets past him. You think of it after the Manchester Derby, man. He woke up the next day, reached into his pocket. Raheem Sterling. How many times has he done that? It's just
guys, I'll just look at Twitter quickly. Just look at what's trending, and PE teacher is trending. You love to see that.
Trending.
You love to see that. Okay, Jay, what are you going to give Wan-Bissaka?
Yeah, this was definitely his best performance, I think, of the last 6 or 7 games. I think I will not say the old Spider is back, but he's tackling today, and he was getting forward. The last couple of games, he literally was in a stranglehold, and he was literally going between his own box and halfway line. So based today on his tackling ability, I'd like to see him getting more crossed into the box. I know it's not part of his game, but it has to be improved going forward. I'm giving him a 7.5.
Okay. Juan Martinez says flex 6 is usually average score. McTominay is a beast. It is on Mark's thing, but I'm not gonna lie. This is how I do it here. I've always gone when we've had the player ratings at the fan cams when we were there, when we had the player ratings even during lockdown. It's always a 5. That's just how it is over this side. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. McTominay was a beast. Alex, what are you getting Wan-Bissaka?
Oh, if I normally do is like against as well that 6 is average, so I probably rated De Gea too high. But anyway,
fair enough. It is opinion. It is opinion.
So then by Wan-Bissaka, if 5's average, I'd say he was 6 today. I don't think he was anything amazing judging by his standards, because obviously defensively I judge him to a higher standard than most people. So I'd say 6.
Okay. KG?
I'm just going to give him a 6. I thought he made a very good block. Actually, 6 is right.
Yeah. We'll speed it up a bit because we've got about 10 minutes left. I want to get through the players. I'll go over 6 as well. KG, Lindelof,
I'm going to give him a most improved defender award as well, because he got assists recently, and he actually got on the score sheet as well. So I'm going to give him a 7.5. He hasn't been looking as weak as usual. He's actually looking a bit more stronger, and he's not the person that they're targeting. Remember the games when he used to target him? He's not looking at that guy anymore. So 7.5 for me.
Jay?
Yeah, I'm going to go for a 7.5. I'm going to give him a good 7. He's the best of that pair, no question about it. Today, the 7.
Yeah. Normally, KG, there's no halves as well. Actually, that was another one.
All right, I'll give him a 7.
Yeah? 7. All right. Cool. Kev?
I'll keep it short and sweet because I know you're thinking for time, so I'll say a 6.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's go with Harry Maguire. Jay?
Did Alex
5? For the very fact that I'm blaming him for very, very poor defending on the second goal. I'll give him a 5.
Alex?
I'd want to do a half one, but you just said we're not allowed to. I think 6 is too good and 5 is too bad, so I'll just cheat and say 5.5.
Was that me? Sorry.
Yeah, Kev. Yeah,
I'd go for the same as Alex there, if that's all right as well.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, same all around. Same all around. Same all around.
Yeah, unanimous sixes. Luke Shaw today, Kev.
Luke Shaw, 6.5.
No half.
Again,
No
no.
half. 6.5? No. 6, 7, 8. Man of the match. What a
What are you giving him?
Ballon d'Or this season, that lad. What a man.
You giving him a 6?
I'll give him a 6.
Okay, KG,
All around 6 for me as well.
Jay,
Solid 6.
Alex.
I was going to say 6 as well.
Okay, into midfield. Alex, what are you going to give Fred?
Oh, okay, he's gonna say.
Fred. This would be so much easier if we could give 0.5s.
Whole numbers only.
I'll give him 7, but it's on the higher version of a 7.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah, the 0.5 thing is kind of awkward to work with. So I'm gonna go with 7 as well.
KG.
Yeah, I like a 7.
Kev.
Exactly the same. Can't argue with that.
Ask me about McTominay. Come to me, bro.
I'd give Fred a 7. KG, what did McTominay get?
McTominay, 10. Make it rain. What? 10, bruv. I don't care. Tell me. I actually don't care. Bro, the man, we start slow. McTominay came on the pitch and said, not today. Not on my watch. Early goals. Drilling it low. Looking for a hat trick. He was moving. I'm telling you, he was possessed, bro. It's amazing. Another one. There you go. That's cool.
What I'll do is I'll just say, guys, does everyone agree that McTominay gets a 10, or is KG going a little bit too much?
I was going to say 9.
I would have said 9 too, because he didn't get.
I think KG's been a bit disrespectful. What I would have said, right? This is the scale, and McTominay's above it here somewhere. So I'm the first time ever he broke the scale. He's gone through the ceiling.
What? He's got an 11 then.
Yeah. There you go.
Someone said 10.5. McSauce 9. MC 9. Zidane. Someone just said. Someone said 2,000. 3 seats are going off.
Against Leeds as well.
Against Leeds, big game. I do like that, KG, that we normally start slow at home and away. And he was like, McTominay went, nah,
not today.
I'd give him a 9. I'd give him a 9 today.
Cool.
Jay, what would you have gone with? Would you have gone with a 10, or would you have been a bit more reserved?
I'm going to give Scott, I'm with Bricky McTominay, a 9.
Okay. Kev, what would you give Bruno today?
Right. So I've said McTominay was off the scale. I'm trying to work my scales out here.
Yeah,
so
you got to be consistent. Yeah.
Bruno, an 8.
Oh.
Okay, I like that. I agree with that. I'd give Bruno an 8. Alex?
Bruno's getting an 8, but that's an 8 by Bruno standard. So if it was someone else that was playing like that, they'd get higher. But because he set such a high bar for himself,
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
KG?
Yeah, I'm not. Alex summed up perfectly. It's like a 9 to be honest. But again, by Bruno stand, no. What am I? It's a 9. Let's not pretend 9. It's a 9.
Okay. All right, I'd go with an 8, but KG taking it up a notch. I was going to ask Jay, but he's just gone.
it's like that.
He's watching Rocky.
Yeah, he is.
In front of his bedroom mirror.
Let's go into the front three then. Rashford, Alex, what are you giving him?
It's a hard one because we're not doing the 0.5s. I thought Rashford was so good, especially in the first 15 minutes. He just had them on toast. I thought he had put in a really, really good performance. Because he didn't get a goal or an assist, people might complain. Whereas, like I said earlier, they've been complaining about his performances, but not his numbers. So I'll give him an 8.
Jay, Rashford, you back? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Yeah.
We'll come back to him.
Yeah. Kev, what are you giving Rashford?
I would totally agree with Alex there, an 8. I thought he was really good today. Really good.
Yeah.
KG?
Yeah, I love it. It's a great score. He helped out as well. Got back. He switched sides. Good performance. Lovely. 8.
Martial, Kev, what are you giving him?
That's a good one. Do you know what? I'll give him the same as Rashford, an 8. Infectious, the way you ran at him, everything, caused chaos, assists, everything but a goal, but thought it was really, really good. Just needs to get on the scoring trail, doesn't he? A bit of confidence that wise, but he's still bringing things to the team. And we've won today. That's the main thing, team game.
Thought maybe we know what it's like with the penalties and how they just get dished out with who's feeling. I thought maybe they might give it to him to try and get him going again, like we did against Leipzig, was it? Can't remember, but yeah. Are you there, Jay?
No.
Oh, hold on. Are you there, Jay?
He's muted. He's muted.
Oh.
Turn off your mute. There you go. Unmute Mike.
Yeah, I'm trying to unmute him and it's not working.
Shame.
Should I do his voiceover? A 7.
Yeah. We can't hear you, Jay. We can't hear you.
Oh, here you go. Wait. No.
Jay?
Can you do Jay's accent? This will be good to like pretend to do his voice. Actually,
Who are we talking about?
Martial.
Yeah, Martial. Alex, what did you give him?
He was my man of the match. Like I said, he got 3 or 4 assists, and he also just created a number of chances. Apart from that, he was unlucky not to score, but the goals will come. I thought he was brilliant.
We just can't come to Jay. Jay's just out the game at the moment. KG, what are you giving Dan James?
Oh, I didn't say Martial. I don't think I said Martial.
Sorry,
All right. I'm gonna give him an 8. It could have easily been a 10, but missing those 2 big chances, that's the only reason why he's not getting all the plaudits for me. But yeah, it was a great performance. 8.
Okay, Kev, what are you gonna give Dan James?
6. Only because of the way he worked it out. I think he did. He had an absolute great game, but I think he's been asked to do that job. His pace, everything he's been asked to bring in and do. But he did a lot of donkey work today. There was a lot of off the ball running, tracking back, which certain other players don't do. So yes, I'll give him that today.
6. Okay. Alex?
I think 6 is a bit harsh. I'll give him a 7. I thought he played well. He was really greedy in that one bit. I can't remember who he could have passed to that was in open space if it was Cavani, but he's in a situation where he's needing to score so he stays in the team. So 7.
Kev? Oh, no, not Kev. Sorry. KG?
Dan James. I'm going to give him a 7. I think a 7 is just about right. Good performance, and it's his first game back in a long time. So well done, Dan James.
Yeah, I think you've done really well today. Jay, you back?
I'm back, apparently.
Yeah, you're back. Yes.
Yeah, I would give Dan James a very strong 7, based on the fact that Dan James has been out in the cold for so long. Today, he wasn't red hot, but he was definitely getting lukewarm today. I think definitely play him again against Everton and see what he can do.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, I think that's a good one. And obviously, because you wasn't here, what would you give Martial and what would you give Rashford?
I would give both Martial and Rashford strong 8s.
Yeah, okay, I like that. And we all agree, just to finish off, guys, we all agree that McTominay was the man of the match.
Yes.
Yeah, and Van der Beek and Cavani coming up. Well, Alex doesn't. And Van der Beek and Cavani coming onto the field. I mean, are we giving them ratings? I mean, Cavani had some chances, to be fair. It's quite wasteful.
Yeah.
I think he should have scored, actually. I was surprised. It was gilt edge. I feel that Cavani, with more match sharpness, he's going to go on a run. No question about it. And it stays injury-free, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, guys, we come to the end of the stream. We thought we'd just do a little bit of extra, man. There was like 11,000 people still watching just as it was about to finish. We won 6-2. It was goals galore today. It was against our bitter rivals, Leeds, for the first time in like 12 years since we've played against them in the league or whatever it is. We have to have a little bit of fun, you know what? And the title race goes on. So really, closing statements. What's your final words there, Jay?
Final words. Huge 3 points today. I almost said it was going to be goals. I didn't expect it going to 6. So, guys, onwards and upwards. Can we do it against Liverpool in January? That's my test.
Yeah, what a big game that would be. Kev?
Ole Gunnar Solskjær, a PE teacher. Are you sure? And I'll leave you with this noise. Meh.
Alex, go on.
Yeah, just brilliant performance. And what makes it better is that we still have so many players in reserve that we can bring on in the next game against Everton. So onwards and upwards, and let's just hope we keep it running. And let's hope this home form, or that we can go on a run of games at home.
Over to me. Listen, 21 in 21. All right.
Guys, we go again midweek. We will see you all for the Everton game, Carabao Cup. Smash a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and thank you lot for working with us after the game. These have been so dope after the game.